Tonight, we report on the loss of an Ephrata High School staff member and his son, and Soap Lake's firefighting service decision. What's going on in sports, Bob?
A Columbia Basin softball coach reaches a career milestone. Stick around to find out who it is and how he did it. Here's a look at our Weather Center forecast.
And here in the weather department, we are saying so long to March. And hello to a great start to the month of April. All the details coming up shortly.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Divers are still looking for Scott Colves, a 45-year-old Ephrata man who disappeared in a canal near Coulee City on Sunday afternoon. Colves was driving a pickup truck that went into the canal near Summer Falls Dam. Inside the pickup were 3 children. 2 of the children were pulled from the canal by 2 men fishing in the canal. Emergency responders were able to pull a 3rd child, Corey Colves, an 8-year-old boy, from the water, but he died Sunday night. The other 2 children were treated for injuries. The pickup was removed from the canal, but searchers have not located Scott Colves. Colves worked at the Ephrata School District for 14 years in security and worked with special needs children at Ephrata High School. His son, 8-year-old Corey Colves, was a 2nd grade student at Columbia Ridge Elementary School. The school district plans to offer help to staff and students dealing with the incident. The district is planning to offer help to parents on how to talk to children about loss. Ephrata School District Superintendent Jerry Simon stated, "The entire Ephrata School District family is grief-stricken. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all the family and loved ones." Soap Lake will continue with their current firefighting service. City leaders rejected a 5-year contract to have Grant County Fire District 7 annex the city for fire services during a work session. Mayor Raymond Gravel said the expense of a contract termination fee was the main reason negotiations ended. Other issues included the city paying for fire dispatch services and whether the fire district should be responsible for city fire inspections. According to fire district officials, they saw maintenance of Soap Lake's fire hall and equipment as concerns. Gravel said there is no chance for negotiations to resume. The Ephrata Chamber of Commerce held their big fat Greek auction this weekend. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
It was a big fat Greek auction in Ephrata on Saturday, drawing more than 200 to the Chamber of Commerce's big annual fundraiser and award ceremony. Ephrata Chamber Executive Director Angie Duffner said the event raised $27,500 after some 130 donated items were auctioned off. The auction and Greek-themed dinner, catered by Ephrata's Pita Pit and Don's Restaurant in Soap Lake, also doubles as an awards ceremony, honoring the best of the best in Ephrata. Citizen of the Year went to Denver Morford, who Duffner handed the honor Friday because he had previously planned vacation with his family. Morford, owner of Barry Chrysler in Ephrata, has been the driving force behind Cumulus, a local nonprofit that raises money for underprivileged children to play sports locally. Money is raised through 2 separate events, the Brewers Harvest Expo and the Marty O'Brien Golf Classic. Business of the Year went to Ephrata-based iFIBER Communications, the largest internet service provider in the Grant County Public Utility District fiber optic system. iFIBER Communications also offers phone service plus news and information, live sports coverage, and other information programs in high definition from its studio in Ephrata. iFIBER's newscasts are available on Channel 1 and through internet at iFIBER1.com. The company employs 25 in Grant County and provides the fastest internet service in the U.S. This year's Outstanding Farmer Award goes to Tom and Dolores Pheasant, who own Pheasant Orchards. The Outstanding Teacher Award this year goes to Eli Garcia, who has worked at the Ephrata School District for 13 years. The Outstanding Civil Servant Award for 2014 went to Rod Verdon. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Now let's take a look at people with warrants sought by the Quincy Police Department.
Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and is wanted by law enforcement. If you see any of these people, the Quincy Police Department asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can call the Quincy Police Department at 509-787-4718 or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m.
We will be back after this.
Hi, I'm Chuck DeMuerler, the new manager at Furniture West. Furniture West has been a part of the Moses Lake community for over 30 years. My team and I have expanded our inventory to meet our customers' needs. We have over 100 recliners in stock. We have a fantastic sleep center with dozens of mattress choices from the best brands in the business. Come see our great kids section with some of the most fun kids furniture you will find anywhere. We are your source for power reclining furniture. Check out our new selection today at 117 West Broadway Avenue in Moses Lake.
Did you know that Little Chiefs Childcare is expanding their Juniper Street location? This great new place across from Moses Lake Clinic is designed just for preschool and school-age children. For over 8 years, Little Chiefs kids like me have found the love and attention every child needs to be healthy and happy. The grown-ups there have gone to college, so they know how to make sure kids from 1 month to 12 years old have a great place to learn and play. Come join our growing Little Chiefs tribe.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFIBER Channel 1 News Weather, your forecast. Overnight tonight brought to you by your Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Well, Mother Nature has a treat for us to start the new month of April. A spring-like week coming our way with mostly dry conditions, pretty likely for the next couple of days as a storm slides to our south. I'll show you that shortly. And the big thing, temperatures are going to be just absolutely gorgeous during the afternoon hours, slightly maybe 3-4 degrees above normal. And it could be some spring showers coming in later in the week. Now the mornings will be still a little bit on the chilly side. Speaking of which, boy, it felt at 29 degrees this morning. A little bit above the record low, set back in 2008, just a couple of years ago. 60 degrees, just about a degree above normal for the daytime high today. And for Moses Lake, 61 and 27, you know what? Look at this, that's a new record, a morning low. So it was a bit below normal, normal being 35 for the overnight low. 57 right now, a delightful start to your Monday evening with the setting sun not too long from now. Winds aren't too bad from the east. Dew point though, still pretty low, which means temperatures are going to fall into the upper 20s to mid 30s again in the morning. Here's what's going on now across the region. You can see lots of clouds just to our south and west. We'll put it into motion and you can see the spin back west and then with the main circulation moving way down towards central California. So that clears us out for a couple of days, at least into the midweek time frame. But later in the work week, well, yeah, we can't stay away from the water all that much. We see a little band of moisture just offshore on Thursday. So by Friday, Saturday, the shower threat increases here in the Columbia Basin. But statewide, looking very nice tomorrow. It might be a coastal sprinkle in southwestern sections of the state. Inland Northwest, not too bad there either. Mid to high 50s, but we have the best weather in the state. In fact, I'll prove it to you. We'll just zoom right on in, and you can see temperatures in the lower to mid 60s. Again, normal, 59 is the daytime high, so about 3, 4, 5 degrees above where we should be this time of the year. So a quick look at the 7 days, and get right in your way on Tuesday. 63 degrees, the milder than normal temperatures, but the morning lows you can see a little bit on the chilly side. By Friday, Saturday, a little moisture coming our way, so the shower threat increases. And so the weekend might start a little showery, but you notice the temperatures sliding through Sunday, not too bad still. Monday, 67. That's with clouds. Imagine if we got a little sun. Maybe even hit that 70-degree mark. Won't that feel good? So, of course, you want to keep it here because sports is coming up next. And remember, your weather brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know,
I
Coach T.
love it. It's March, baby. It's time for Toyota's sales event.
Yeah, you gotta let people know.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Jan. Everybody loves a mascot.
Well, you try it, Coach.
Bring it on.
Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on 7 of your favorite Toyota models, like Camry or Prius. Plus, you'll get Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
This is some kind of deal here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Doc, your run clock's here, but our network is down. What do you want me to do?
I just noticed. Call JL Computers. He's probably already on it.
Computer systems and networks are not only vital to doing business, they are often the key to efficiency and profitability. At JL Computers, we offer continuous monitoring of your system and provide immediate support when something goes wrong. Call today and talk to our certified technicians about your needs.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's local sports. Francisco Alejandro recorded a hat trick, and Quincy boys soccer turned back Okanagan 4-3 at home Saturday. It didn't take long for things to heat up between the Caribou Trail League opponents. The Bulldogs struck first. Quincy answered back with a goal by Armando Ortega, and both teams had a score within the opening minutes of the match. Okanagan regained the lead 2-1 with a little more than 10 minutes left in the half. Alejandro's first goal leveled things up 2-2 at the 35th minute. He made it 3-2 Jacks 2 minutes later when he lobbed the ball over the head of the Bulldogs' on-rushing keeper to round out the first half scoring. Alejandro's third score gave the Jacks some breathing room 4-2. The Bulldogs got a late goal off a corner kick to close the gap to 4-3, but Quincy held on for the win to move to 3-0 in the league standings. The Jacks are back on the pitch April 8th at Cashmere. The Ephrata Tigers' 3-game win streak came to an end with a 3-0 road loss in Ellensburg Saturday. The defeat drops Ephrata to 4-2 in Central Washington Athletic Conference non-league soccer play. The Tigers host Prosser April the 10th and then open league play at Othello April the 12th. Moses Lake Baseball dropped a 6-5 non-league game to Meade High School at Larson Field Saturday morning. Meade led 3-0 after the first inning of play. The Chiefs got one back in the bottom of the second to close the gap to 3-1. Both teams put 2 on the board in the third to make it 5-3 Panthers. Meade added a run in the top of the fourth to increase its lead to 6-3. Moses Lake brought 2 across the plate in the bottom of the fifth, but was held in check the rest of the way. The Soap Lake Eagles baseball team swept a doubleheader from Riverside Christian at home Saturday. Soap Lake went up 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning in Game 1 of the Twin Bill. The Crusaders tied the game in the top of the second and added a run in the top of the third to go out front 2-1. The Eagles knotted things up 2-2 in the bottom of the sixth and put a run on the board in the bottom of the seventh to take the contest 3-2. Soap Lake overcame a 2-0 lead with 4 runs in the bottom of the third and then added 4 more in the bottom of the fifth to take Game 2 8-4. The win moves the Eagles to 2-0 in the Central Washington 1B League play and 4-0 overall. Othello softball coach Rudy Ochoa recorded his 400th and 401st career win when his Huskies swept a doubleheader from Southridge Thursday. Ochoa is in his 18th year at the helm of the Othello softball program. He's led his teams to state titles in 1999, 2002, and 2008. The Huskies were runner-up in 2000, 2005, and 2006. Big Bend Baseball dropped a doubleheader at Treasure Valley Sunday to fall to 1-3 in the NWAC East Region standings. The Vikings held a 2-0 lead in the top of the 7th inning in Game 1, but the Chuckers bats came alive in the bottom of the frame to produce 3 runs to put the home team up 3-2. That was all Treasure Valley needed to take the first contest. Big Bend lost the second game of the Twin Bill 2-1 in 10 innings. The Vikings had 16 hits on the day, but none were timely as 15 runners were stranded on base. The Lady Vikings were swept by Treasure Valley in doubleheader softball action Sunday. Big Bend lost 14-3 in Game 1 and dropped Game 2 by a score of 18-1. The Lady Vikings are 0-6 and tied with Blue Mountain for last place in the NWAC East Region Conference standings. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
At High Mountain Hunting Supply, we have a saying that guides us. If we won't use it in the field, we won't sell it in the store. We take that seriously. Every gun, every rod, every bow that we sell is a product you can feel confident will help you land the biggest fish or harvest the biggest game. Our experts will help you find the right product for your needs. Come see us at 12238 North Frontage Road in Moses Lake or 223 North Mission in Wenatchee. High Mountain Hunting Supply, your source for hunting and fishing.
What's important at Eagle Home Mortgage is taking care of our clients, being honest, and doing loans full of integrity.
We understand that every borrower situation is unique. We offer a variety of products to help meet individual requirements.
What sets us apart is that we get things done, and we get things done at a fast pace. It doesn't take days and days. Se habla español.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Grant County Economic Development Council's annual banquet on Friday. Here's Jeff Chu with the story.
More than 180 people attended Friday night's Grant County Economic Development Council's annual membership banquet at Big Bend Community College. The event drew a who's who of business and political representatives who heard about EDC's past year and what's ahead. Executive Director Jonathan Smith said the agency was getting a little bit more strategic and ramping up efforts to attract new business to Grant County.
We're going to be doing some things that we haven't done before, site selector trips. I dipped my toe in the water last year, went down to Dallas, met with 10 site selectors. We partnered with the Spokane EDC. A lot of good things happen when we partner with other EDCs. People pay a lot more attention to us when we can come out and represent a region. We're going to be hosting county forums. Alan's been doing some export assistance.
Departing Economic Development Council Board President Marvin Price said Grant County is fortunate to be where it is in the competition for economic development.
You know, we are blessed here in Grant County because we live in a pocket that really has not been affected that much by the recession.
Price said the EDC will have to fight even harder for new business in today's challenging economic climate. Much of EDC's coming focus will be on existing companies and helping retain them.
Jonathan and his organizations have been out talking to businesses, and they have plans to go out and talk to businesses in the county. What are your challenges? What can we do to help? How can we help you to grow? So it's not only bringing new companies in, it's helping companies to grow within the community.
Tom Heath, co-chair of EDC's Building Prosperity campaign, agreed that competition for new business and keeping existing business will be an even greater challenge ahead.
But the world's getting more competitive. In a perfect world, John and his staff could sit in the office, just wait for the phone to ring, because we have cheap power, we have lots of land, we have many, many attributes, but we know it's not that simple anymore, especially since the economy has gone south over the last 5 or 6 years in America. There are 2,999 other agencies just like the EDC and John and his staff trying to do the same thing.
During its 22-year history, the Grant County Economic Development Council has assisted 27 major manufacturing and high-tech companies with relocation and expansion. Incoming EDC Board President Gary Ash said Grant County has economic growth that other counties can only envy.
We're distributing things from Grant County on a global basis that's amazing. And as you've heard and know, Grant County is really the envy of many counties in Washington State, and for that matter, most of the United States.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We will be right back after this.
6 years ago, my dad began having issues with headaches, sore throats, and constant fatigue. He tried treating the problem with over-the-counter medications and lots of caffeine. Finally, he talked to his doctor who confirmed our suspicions. Dad had sleep apnea. He didn't like the idea of using a CPAP, but after trying it one night, he was convinced. We found everything he needs for a much better quality of life at InHome Medical.
A massage at Not Release Therapies is far more than mere luxury. We strive to improve your health and well-being in the process. The stress of everyday life adds up and can cause depression, even bodily harm. That's why our professionals make it their mission to rejuvenate your body and mind. Enjoy the benefits of body wraps, sunless airbrush tanning, aroma steam therapy, and much more. In our opinion, everyone deserves a day of relaxation and peace of mind. Not Release Therapies in Moses Lake, where relaxation means good health.
Quincy Valley Medical Center sank further into debt last year, raising concerns from the state auditor's office. The auditors issued the 5th finding in the last 10 years to the hospital as part of the state's 2012 audit. The auditors pointed out the district continued its financial decline in 2012. They pointed out the amount the hospital is borrowing from the county increased from $1.5 million in 2009 to $3.5 million by the end of 2013. District officials attribute the increase in borrowing to Medicare paying less and more people not paying their medical bills. The auditors suggested the hospital look at its strategic plan so officials can address the problems the district faces, or it won't be able to maintain its present level of service. Roughly 290 students will attend Moses Lake's new middle school next year. The Moses Lake School Board set the boundaries for Endeavor Middle School during Thursday night's meeting. The new district includes Larson, Gateway Estates, Harvest Manor, and the north end of Cascade Valley. The decision follows 3 community forums to discuss the boundaries for the new school. Superintendent Michelle Price said one of the main concerns from the most recent forum was having students attend the school they live near. The Port of Moses Lake and the school district plan to apply for a grant to construct a sidewalk along Patton Boulevard so students can walk to school safely. In Northwest news, authorities say 4 workers were injured and about 200 residents were evacuated after a large explosion and fire Monday morning at a natural gas processing plant in the eastern Washington town of Plymouth. Benton County Sheriff Stephen Keene says the fire from the 8:20 a.m. blast has been put out. He says the explosion sent a mushroom-shaped cloud towering into the air and shrapnel punctured a liquefied natural gas tank. Some gas leaked but did not ignite. Deputies went door to door throughout Plymouth along the Columbia River and evacuated people in a 2-mile radius. Buses were provided for those without cars, and a shelter was set up across the river in Oregon at the Umatilla County Fairgrounds. As part of the evacuation, Highway 14 and railroad tracks were shut down. And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.